Chris Curtis got a big victory over Joaquin Buckley. I thought uh, Curtis was not fighting well, but I think he knew better than I did. He was losing the battle on volume alone. Chris Curtis was not throwing. He was a little, I can't say too concerned, but he was concerned with defense, and he is a very defensively sound fighter. He protects himself very well on the feet, and that's wise when you're fighting someone like Joaquin Buckley. But still, I thought he let that first round slip away on inactivity alone, Chris Curtis. And again, he knew better than I did because he was protecting himself against a very dangerous guy in Buckley who he knew. These guys sparred together and whatever. You heard the horse shit. But he waited and, he was biding his time, and then at the perfect moment, cracked Buckley with a big left hand, I think off catching a kick. And that rocked Buckley, sent him to the canvas, and then he was put away. Chris Curtis does have that power where we've seen it out of nowhere against Phil Hawes, Brendan Allen. Even that wasn't quite out of nowhere, but in Phil Hawes, it was out of nowhere in that fight. And we see it here again. Chris Curtis is a guy that I do think I can trust to finish fights later. I forget I broke down his victories, but he's got a good amount of finishes deep into fights. He's a good second, third round, even fourth round, I think, stoppages. And this was another example of that, Buckley. Not that I don't think this was an example at all of Buckley fading or a cardio issue. I think it was just straight up his chin getting cracked. But it speaks to Chris Curtis's composure and his accuracy. The guy is a sniper. And, he looked like the master in the end. Again, I thought he was losing the fight due to inactivity, just letting the volume of Joaquin Buckley dictate the fight. And Curtis was a little too concerned, I thought, with protecting himself. And in the end, he looked like the genius, very defensively sound, and then sniped Joaquin Buckley when he needed to and got him out of there. So, great win for Chris Curtis. I picked him to win and bet on him. I trusted he would win, but I did think he would winning the small. I did think he'd be winning the small moments and would win the would be more likely to win a decision. Having seen the fight, I do think Buckley would have won a decision unless Curtis stole rounds with big moments, hurting him. But regardless, a good part of the bet was on the fact that I trusted Chris Curtis's power and durability more than Joaquin Buckley's. Well, I trusted his durability more than Buckley's. Power, I don't know. I would give that to Buckley, I guess. But Chris Curtis is a very powerful guy with a stronger chin and proved to be the difference over the course of, after 2 rounds. So, good win for Chris Curtis. He moves on. He's still got a very pretty record in the UFC. And erases the stain of that Jack Hermanson loss, or at least gets the taste out of his mouth anyway. All right, that's it. Like, share, subscribe, all that horse shit, and check out my other videos.